In this lecture, we will cover the operators in Python. There are basically four operators in Python, like arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operator, and logical operators. And one more operator is there, which is known as bitwise operator. But this is not given in this lecture. So, firstly, there is a arithmetic operator. There is a addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I have taught you earlier that the addition, multiplication, and the division by taking an example. Assignment operator means is equal to and increment and decrement operators. Comparison operator is equal to, double equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to. These are the comparison operators. Logical operators is and or not. So basically, if we firstly read about arithmetic operators, let's take an example. Move to my VS Code. Like I have taken an example, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, and taking an variable result is equal to A plus B. Here we have to print result. You can see the output here that the answer is 30. So we have to move to our slide. Arithmetic operator. We can also do like I have done addition. You can do subtraction, multiplication, addition, anything. I can show one more. Like we have to do multiplication here. You can do 200 is the answer. 10 into 20. So we will go to our slide. Move to our slide. Assignment operators and the comparison operators. There is a major difference between assignment operator and the comparison operator. Assignment operator is a operator in which we assign a value to any variable, and comparison operator is a operator in which we compare the value. Like I am taking an example, like A is equal to 10. It is a assignment operator because we are assigning a value to a variable. A is a variable and 10 is a value, and equal to is a assignment operator. We are assigning a value. It is known as a assignment assignment operator. And next is a comparison operator. Comparison operator is used like num. We have to compare anything. If num divisible by 2 is equal to 0. If we have to compare any values, like I am taking a full example, num is equal to 10. If num is divisible by 2 is equal to 0, colon, print even. And next statement we use else colon, print, it's a odd number. So here we use the assignment comparison operator. Assignment operator is only for the assignment, and comparison operator is for the comparing the values. Think you all clear for this topic. Move to our next. Logical operator is like and or and not. So type function and type casting in Python. Type function is used to find the data type of a given variable. Let's take example. uh, on moving behalf of this, I want to tell about the if, elif, and else statement because it is too much asking and too much important for further. So, regarding if else statement, I will make a new file name if else.py. I have made a new file named if else.py. Then, what is the if else statement? If statement is the starting block it evaluates single condition, only a particular single condition, whereas elif can be used multiple times. If and else is a those condition which is used at a particular starting at a single time, whereas elif can be used as multiple times. Elif it checks another condition only if all preceding conditions were false, and at the last else statement, the final fallback option, it is known as else condition. Let's take an example from if, elif, and else statement. Like I have a marks score, marks, which is anything, 85. Then we take a if statement starting with this marks, if marks is greater than equal to 90, print grade A. Then we have to use elif statement, marks is greater than equal to 80, print grade B. Again we have to use that elif statement because I have told you earlier that if and else is the condition that use a particular or single time, but elif can be used at a multiple time. So again we are using if marks is greater than equal to 70, print grade C. At the last we use the else statement, colon, print grade D. So we have taken an input, marks is equal to 85. So marks is equal to 85, which is greater than or equal to 80. So run Python file. Here is the output is grade B because marks greater than equal to 90, because our input is only 85. That's why this condition will be not executed. Then it moves to the elif condition where marks is actually greater than equal to 80. That's why it is printing grade B. So on the behalf of this, I want to tell you that if elif and else statement are most important for further coding. If statement used as the starting of the block, elif statement used at a multiple times, and whereas else statement is the condition where we have to end our condition. I am taking one more example from it that you want to clear. I want to comment it out, comment it out. Like I am taking one more example. Wait for a minute. I am going to my slide. Ah, type function and typecasting. Typecasting is like that if we have to change a data type into another data type is known as a typecasting. Before moving to typecasting, I want to share you one more question regarding to if elif and else statement, because many of the students are saying facing doubt in if elif and else statement. So at the last, focus on this for your clarity. Like I am taking a positive zero or negative number or any example, like number is equal to 10 is equal to 10 if num is greater than 0, print positive positive elif num is less than 0, print negative and negative, else print 0. Go to here and execute it. The output is getting positive because num is we have taken input from the user, num is equal to 10, which is absolutely uh, divisible by 0 or greater than 0. That's why it is a positive number. If I have taken here like minus 10, then it will be considered as a negative number. Why? Because minus 10 is less than 0. That's why the output is coming negative. I hope you all clear that. I am moving to my next slide. Here, typecasting and the function. Typecasting is like changing the one data type into another data type. Like here, A is equal to 31, type A. Here it is asking what is the type of 31. I have told you earlier that if a normal variable is assigned with a value like 31, anything in numerical value, that it will consider an integer type. And in the second you can see that b is equal to inverted comma 31 because it is a string. It is closed with an inverted comma. If there is a floating point number, there is a point decimal number also. Like here, integer to float conversion. Here it is saying that convert the floating integer to floating. 32 is given and it is saying that convert into a float conversion. So output of this is 32.0 because in floating point decimal number there must be a point decimal number or point value. And how to take input I have told you earlier. Int is particular for integer, or float is for the floating point number. And if you doesn't want to mark any, like it is a integer type or float type, you can normally write a is equal to input, enter your name or anything you want. Like here are there are some questions I want to practice. I will not follow all the questions, but some question I will take and do practice for you. Like here question is said that write a Python program, add two numbers. I have taught you earlier before, but I will taught you again. I will erase all these. Like here it is saying a is equal to 20, b is equal to 45, and I have to add this number, print the sum is what we have to sum, a plus b. Here is the output. Wait for a minute. The output is 65. 45 plus 20 is 65. So our first question is completed. Then we have to see our next question. Write a Python program to find remainder when a number is divisible divided by z. So again we have to go on VS Code. Take number is equal to 15. Take z is equal to 4. Print what the question has taught. Python program find the remainder when number is divisible by dash z. So number is divisible by z. The remainder is divided. Number is modulus function we have to use for the division. Num divided by z. So we see the output and execute. Something misstated. There is a star on it. Again we have to see. You can see that the remainder is 3. I hope you all understand. You all again see the remainder is 3. We move to our next question. I will not complete all the questions. You can take the screenshots and do the practice by yourself. If you may face any problem, kindly message and comment. I will give the answers of that. I will take one more question of fifth. Write a Python program to find of average of a two number entered by the user. I have told you earlier that how we have to take the input from the user. So firstly, we have to take two input from the user, then do the average of the two number. So we go to our VS Studio Code, erase it, and we have to take two input integers. Num is equal to int because we have to take an integer type value. So here I have used int and input. Here I have taken the first input. We have taken the second integer type. Then we have to find the average of the number. So we take AVG, average or anything. You can take any variable. So average means the total number divided by that total number of values. So there is a two values. So firstly we have to add num1 plus 2 num2. Then we have to divide by 2. Then we have to print the value of this. The average is the value average. Here is some mistake. Print num is divisible by 2. The average is, and here we have to see run Python. The average is, there's something mistake is here. We have taken into input integers num1, num2, correct. Average is equal to num1 plus num2. I think average average is something mistake is here because the average is, oh, we have to conclude all that inverted comma also because this is the separate. The average is, we are saying that the average is this and the average value here is given that the addition of first num1 and num2 then divided by 2. So we have to run and execute this program. Run and execute. Enter the first number. Let's take a number 8. Enter the second number. Let's take a number 4. Then see the output. The average is 6. Why the average is 6? Because 8 plus 4 is equal to 12, which is divisible by 2. Then the output will become 6. Okay. I hope you must all clear. Rest of the question you must all practice. If you face some problem, kindly comment or message. Then I will tell you the questions or the message. Make a separate video for it. Here, like strings. Strings is a data type in a Python, or string is a sequence of character enclosed in a quotes. We can primarily write a string on these three ways. I've told you earlier that if a variable is assigned like Harry, here there are three types of way to write a string. Single inverted comma, double inverted comma, and triple inverted comma. These three are absolutely right. String slicing, I will tell you later, and but string you must know how the strings are. There are, I go to before, I told you that there are five data types. You must know integer, floating point number, strings, booleans, and none. You must remember these five type of data types because it will coming regularly and it is most important. So in next lecture I will cover that string slicing, what are string slicing, and how it is slice or what?